Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Crying is a Free Action, a podcast about news, politics, and things and such and news around the world in our home states, in the United States, and around the globe. Al is usually here with us around this time. He is at Walmart fighting through the hordes of people for curtain rods.
Yep, last minute Christmas decorations.
It happens, you know, as you do. I'm here with Tommy. Tommy, how are you?
All right, doing great.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy week. The holidays are in full swing at my job, and that is exhausting. So I'm tired. I would like to be sleeping, but here we are. They can hear us now, which is good.
Excellent.
We are the team behind EasyVoteND.com. Professionals at what we do. Like remembering to unmute the microphones when you start a podcast. I used to be in law enforcement, so I wrote a thing because ICE and the federal government and pretty much every federal law enforcement agency and a bunch of state and local law enforcement agencies are enforcing a bunch of, I guess, what I would consider illegal and illegitimate tactics against immigrants and U.S. citizens alike. So there are some tips if you go to easyvotend.com, you'll find it at the top at law enforcement advice of some things. If you are around law enforcement, or if you've never been contacted by law enforcement, you've never talked to a police officer or whatever, it tells you kind of what to expect, what you should say, what you shouldn't say is really important, and that sort of thing. So, go to easyvotend.com, check it out. We don't make any money from this or anything. There's no ads on the site. It's not eligible for that. So, we just want you to read this stuff. That's all. But we're going to do the news today. You might notice that we have a slightly different format for the stream. And that's because I had to reformat my computer because it was acting wonky because Windows sucks and I hate it.
That's right.
But as a reward for your patience, after the news segment of the stream, we're going to be opening a bunch of card packs. So...
Oh yeah, hype. Let's go.
We'll probably split that into 2 different videos on the VOD, but it'll probably just be one stream. And I do open packs fast, so don't worry about it. Let's get into the news. Let's see. I didn't want to start with that one. Let's start with that one.
Oh, that's fine.
It's all good. So I wish Al was here, but you know, he's in the robot wars. And ICE has been deployed to North Carolina, where Al lives, and that sucks because they're just out there harassing people for being brown. And that's essentially what's happening here. And like, I'm going to let the lady say it. This is in Charlotte.
Reba, tell me what happened this morning in your front yard.
We had 2 Hispanic workers decorating our Christmas tree, which is right behind us. And Border Patrol rolled up on the sidewalk here. 2 guys popped out, fully armed with all their gear. And they began speaking in Spanish. My 2 guys, one of them was up on a ladder, actually near the top where the lights
Boom,
are.
bam.
And he was
Get the hell out of my yard.
At that point, frozen
Jesus
on the
Christ.
ladder. And the other guy was standing down here holding lights.
These guys are literally just putting up Christmas lights.
Safety weapon.
Yes, this is the criminal migrants that Trump was talking about. And literally, she comes out there, she get the hell out of my yard. And they're just like, oh, shit. And they get back in their van and they
I
leave.
just started recording him. They left.
Seeing Customs and Border Patrol.
So, yeah, it's happening everywhere. They're not just, like, this is happening to U.S. citizens. This is happening to everybody.
Yeah, so you know, it doesn't matter what kind of town you're in either. Like Charlotte's a pretty big place, but even like
Yes.
incredibly small towns are getting hit, you know.
Let's see, I gotta hit a button over here.
Like I have a friend who's living over in Lenore, North Carolina. It's like a population of like 20,000 people.
Yeah.
It's an 8 stoplight town. And it just Shedden sent me like a video of that like I think they just had like people getting arrested, at like the gas station. So you have a video of this guy on his knees getting pushed to the ground. So
that sucks.
For what? Yeah.
What is his crime?
I think his crime is being Mexican presenting.
Dang
Latino presenting. I know.
I probably
if I could make that
illegal.
font a little bit bigger on the thing.
Say that again.
You might want to, on the next article, make the font a little bigger.
Yes.
Like Control Plus. Yeah.
Yes. There we go. All right. So ICE sucks. We've said this before, obviously, and they're hiring a crap load of people, pushing them out, offering them huge sign-on bonuses, and not paying them. And then they get all these people out here. They get these guys out here that are illy trained or poorly trained and ill-tempered. And so I'm going to play this little news story on this one as well. I just want to make sure, Tommy, you can see that in your little browser, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, you got it. Mm-hmm.
We're learning all sorts of new tactics this week. All right, here's an ICE agent who was arrested for pulling a gun on a teen. And it's weird.
This evening, a man arrested earlier last week in Riverside County after being accused of assaulting a 17-year-old boy with a gun may have been a federal immigration agent. That's according to a lawyer for the family of the victim. Surveillance video shows the teen was driving on Daybrook Terrace into Temecula.
He's driving,
Osvaldo Rodriguez yelled for lawyer
and so
for the family
this guy comes out of the comes off out of the bushes with a gun,
in Temecula,
waving a badge and a gun.
Rodriguez yelled for him to stop his truck. He can be seen demanding the unarmed teen to get out of the truck while pointing a gun at him and displaying a badge.
Yeah. So, and then that's just like an illegal stop. You can't fucking do that.
Yeah, there's, what was so threatening about the kid?
Right. Exactly. And supposedly he was driving too fast is what it was, what the argument was. But so there's some problems with this is that it says here that Homeland Security told this news outlet that the suspect is not an ICE officer, despite the victim's lawyer's assertion, though the agency that told the LA Times they cannot comment on matters under review. It sounds like this guy definitely was some sort of ICE or customs guy, so a Fed. And that sucks. You can't do that. So he got arrested for that. And I think we're going to, you're going to see a lot more of feds getting arrested by local cops.
Yeah, I mean, that seems, reasonable, because this shit just is not doing, you're trying to keep public safety, right?
Right.
But now you're just going around threatening everybody.
Yeah.
As if, so.
Do what I tell you to do, or I'm going to put a gun in your face. And it's weird. It's almost like this happens a lot with all these poorly trained. Hang on. My cat has demanded my attention.
Yeah, no worries. I'm more surprised that we haven't had ICE agents shot and killed yet.
Oh,
I've been trying to find it.
I really hope it doesn't happen, but man, because they're just going to use that as another escalation of violence as well.
Yeah.
So, okay. Again, I used to be in law enforcement, and I used to teach use of force. I used to teach different types of, I taught different types of shooting, different types of hand-to-hand stuff and defensive techniques. But no one ever taught me to do this one. In fact, they basically told us not to do this one. And let's hit play.
Get back, I'ma shoot you.
Get back or I'ma shoot you. And so the justification for using deadly force in the United States is essentially, there's a couple of different definitions, but it's to prevent death or serious bodily injury or harm. these people were, this guy would have to say, I was in fear of my life or in fear of serious bodily injury or harm. For what? They were standing there recording him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because, the greatest weapon is knowledge.
Yeah.
And apparently the internet. So, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
it just looks like a war zone.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, that's not what like, this is just downtown America because they want a police state. So, yeah, these people need to be, the whole agency, like, people talk about, like, oh, this is going to defund the police. Oh, defund the police. But, whoops, hang on, I got to fix that.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyways, okay, cat, you have to go now. Yep.
Whoa.
There was my cat. All right. Anyways, these people talk about defunding the police, and they don't mean like we're going to get rid of police all around. It means we're going to take this agency kind of back to where, like, before everybody's fired. Everybody can reapply for their jobs, but we're going to take into account all, like, your prior experience. Did you have complaints when you worked here before? Well, if you did, maybe you shouldn't get rehired. And it actually worked in several of the agencies that they did it in. And it usually happens in, like, small towns where there's, like, corruption cases and things of that nature. But there's, like, dozens of instances where defunding the police has actually worked to root out corruption. That's where that came from. So we need to do that here. Oh yeah, this is one that I kind of mentioned actually in my article, is that the marijuana is still not legal to possess on a federal level. It's just not enforced.
Right.
You understand that, right, Tommy?
Yeah, there's laws that are on the books that are still laws, but if you don't enforce them, because it's not worth enforcing,
right,
then that's great.
It's decriminalized, and so technically, early on, when like California and some of those other places were going to legalize like recreational marijuana, some of the like far right people were like, "Well, we can technically withhold federal funds because you'll be in violation of federal laws," and like. Yes, technically they could do that, but like now everybody's everybody's got medical marijuana pretty much, and a bunch of places have recreational. So, but this is one of those things that I said that in a police state, they would like to have all these laws on the books because now the direction from the DOJ is for their federal officers to rigorously enforce marijuana laws. So, if you are at a protest, if you are at an ICE facility, if you are out being a civil disobedient, don't carry marijuana on you because they will probably arrest you for it. Will a federal prosecutor prosecute you for it? Good Lord. That's a good question. I don't know. I wouldn't want to risk it. So
yeah. We can't just carry that around in public anymore. We gotta go back to the back of the house.
Yep,
that's
pretty
right.
much. So yeah, that sucks. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's really affecting a lot of like, the new hemp businesses that have been growing up in the past like 10 years.
Yeah,
10, 15 years. So now it's throwing a big wrench in it. So
yeah, and one of the with the federal funding bill that they pushed through that got rid of all the hemp stuff, and all of the hemp is grown here and it's all consumed here.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. But it's really important that places, I don't want to say that we're really important, but it's really important that we document things, especially if you see something like, Tommy said his friend showed a video of somebody in their hometown, a small town, getting arrested by ICE. And so documenting all of that and making sure that people know about it and spreading awareness about it is important because it will end up in court. Not all of this is forever. usually. Right. And so this is a case from 2017. And now $112 million have to be paid out to 600 immigrants in just Suffolk County in New York because of their constitutional rights being violated.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a wild one because Suffolk County and that. I mean, 677 people, like that's just your own taxes, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's your own state taxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is why I guess we as citizens need to hold our government more accountable because they, once again, are spending money we pay them on the dumbest of shit.
Yep. And then because they violate people's rights, we have to pay out again later.
Yep, that's right. That's the problem, right? We're trying to enforce the laws. That's fine. But we didn't pay them. We didn't pay these damn cops to then pay them out for doing like this shitty stuff.
Right.
Personally speaking, I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, he's here to pay for polygamy.
That's right. I'm here for the polygamists.
Excellent. And so that's why it's really important.
I'll give you $20, Lito. You give me that polygamy. Go. Sorry.
That's right. Tommy's in the pocket of big polygamy.
That's right.
I think that's all I've got for ripping on ICE this week. You put a story on there about Kat Abou-Ghazaleh.
Yeah, so Kat Abu, yep. So she's definitely a political star, you can say. Democratic candidate. She hasn't been getting indicted for being at a protest for possibly obstructing vehicles on the road.
It's the dumbest charges ever.
Yeah, but she's a really strong kind of vocal person in politics these days, in her little area. So she's trying to become like I think a state congressperson, not like the big US. I might be wrong on that one.
I think it's I think it's US Congress, District 9.
Anyway. District 9, maybe. So yeah, this is back in I think a while back. She got she was brought for impeding because this is over in Illinois. It's at the Broadview Detention Center where you've been seeing videos of like pastors and priests getting shot in the head with pepper balls.
Mm-hmm.
The same place.
The same place. She's there a bunch of times a week. I'm familiar with her from when she used to be a writer and journalist, and she's cool. Like she's pretty funny too. I donated to her campaign so I could get one of her office supplies named after me. I don't know if they actually did
nice.
it. So, but she's pretty cool. They're definitely the charges against her are definitely like way overblown.
Yeah,
I don't think there was a crime committed there.
But then, so in this case, this week she posted a video of her getting a gift, like a pranked gift from another, I guess, there's a weirdo Christian lady.
Yeah.
It turns out this weirdo Christian lady is actually like one of the opponents trying to vie for the seat.
Really? Oh, gee. Okay, let's play
apparently
this.
So.
All
apparently
right.
so. So this is
the title is Unhinged Republican Tries to Give Democratic Candidate Holy
Before we play.
Yeah.
If you look at the stream, there's like a big old gray bar.
Oh yeah, what the hell is happening there?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just
that real quick.
Yeah. Oh. That's just the browser.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure. Oh, all right.
Alrighty. Anyways, holy diver.
I just wanted to give you this, and I didn't hear. I'm so sorry about the being indicted. So I created a little care package for you.
Oh, I'm sure it's like really mean and weird.
Well, it's actually not mean.
It seems really mean and weird.
So hopefully.
Oh, cool. That's just like a fucking. I found this in the trash. Here you go.
We're praying for you.
Oh, it gets worse.
And I know that if you are in prison,
Not for Kat Abu. It's worse for this lady. It's embarrassing.
you have a really hard time.
Kat's just like, what is happening?
Yeah, are the House of Hezbollah because
Did you call my office the House of Hezbollah?
from the Greeks, from the river to the sea, you are a jihadist.
You are a
Wow, are you okay?
Are you okay? No, are you okay?
But anyways, I did include a few items of sustenance. There's cat food. And you're welcome. I also created a little
Oh, jeez.
placemat.
Yeah, she went to the dollar store. Looks like she just put together a bunch of crap.
Oh,
God damn.
I
jeez.
think you need to be baptized or reborn. There's actually a lot. I mean, this is like prison food.
Oh, jeez.
Leo's using about.
I mean,
Whoa, hey.
there's
I don't know.
Hey, how
Maybe
you
you
doing?
should get in the call.
spicy ramen.
Watch the video on
Yeah.
on the Video Ninja.
I don't think it's weird.
She doesn't think this is weird. Okay? Now, is this just her being a mean girl, or does she believe this,
I mean,
or both?
No, you can't be serious on this one. I mean, you could, I guess, but it's just.
Some soap. Oh,
if you scan the QR code, a little message from President
and this is one of her opponents.
Trump, you want it or not.
Yeah, apparently, yeah,
Oh my
but it's not
God.
posted as her opponent on the TikTok stream.
Oh.
It was only found out via, I think, the comments, or at least the comments are claiming this is an opponent because this is some kind of performative like bullshit.
Yeah, it's very.
As always,
performative.
everything's yeah.
I don't like. I would be like, you can go now. Like, you can leave now, please.
Yeah, this is it's a true
Do
believer.
you want the holy water?
I think you need it because it just seems like you're possessed.
It seems like you're possessed. Okay.
It's really hard. I feel
Okay.
so sorry for you.
I feel so sorry for you. No, man.
I'll be praying for you.
Cool. Thank you. Wow. Yeah,
It's
that's
just weird.
yeah.
Incredibly weird energy.
Very yeah. I don't know how to read that, if I'm being totally honest with you. I don't know if she's just a bitch or crazy. We can go with both.
Yeah, that works.
Tommy, tell me about bail reform.
Cool. Okay. So this is an interesting topic. It's not a so in this case, the bail reform, this is actually a study where in New York, so 5 years ago, they switched to eliminate what's known as the cash bail. So they just call them cashless bonds or whatnot.
Yeah.
I guess what those are is usually you have when you get arrested, they put like a bail a certain level bail limit, how much money you have to kind of pay to let you out of jail to do things.
Right.
So New York tried to pass this policy 5 years ago. Well, they did pass this policy. And part of it is they're trying to measure what's known as the recidivism rates, or the likelihoods of a criminal doing repeated offenses. So in this case, this study that came out of the John Jay College of Criminal Justice has kind of looked up that bail reform of like this has linked to a 2.7% decrease in felony rearrests in NYC suburbs and upstate New York. So then also the percentage of people released who were arrested at least more than once was 8.7% lower post reform, post the bail reform, with felony rearrest 8.6% lower than So this is another way to kind of tackle the problem that that people have been complaining about, like with crime rates sometimes, right?
Yeah.
We do know that a lot of different people do crime for different reasons.
Because it's fun.
And yep. Sometimes you do it for fun, right, Al? But in this case, some may argue that we want to try to increase the punishments, make them as harsh as possible, so that people will fear getting these punishments.
Fear the punishment more than not being part of society or whatever.
Yeah,
it's crazy though that this is literally it's just a policy change, and it dropped recidivism rates. We just have to change a few words and boom, a little bit of crime goes down. Seems great.
Yeah, and a lot of other countries that have also had some different crime problems have treated, the prison system and things as a tool for reforming people back into society
Right.
instead of just punishing them forever.
Right. Just
So
housing them away from their communities.
yeah, so this is bail reform is one of the weird little platforms that was not really sold on, but I remember some of these were talking points. I think on the Harris campaign originally. I could be wrong, and I'm probably wrong, but it's an interesting one to take a look at because 2.7%, that's not nothing.
No,
You know,
yeah, especially when it's
every
just something like literally like a governor could do through executive order, mayor could do, judges could do, very easy stuff.
yeah, because the whole point of having a bail is try to keep the person there so they won't run. I mean, right? You can pay the way out, so
Yes.
so they can show up in court. So it's an interesting one.
Yes. We've talked about this for a couple of weeks, but the conditions inside of these ICE detention centers are unknown and bad, probably. That's the problem. And we just keep hearing more and more horror stories. So, Tommy?
Oh, yeah. So I'm Chinese. Hi.
Really?
But yeah, so I do follow on some
Nice.
kind of Chinese news, and this is one I've actually been following a little bit. So back in August, this Chinese immigrant, his name is Xiao Fengge, got into an ICE detention facility, was found dead in an ICE detention facility, hanging in a shower stall with a cloth kind of like tied around his neck. The man was kind of arrested, for I think it was like credit card fraud.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, so something like that.
He overcharged a credit card or something, yeah.
It's something, what I call maybe a small offense, but he's been living in the States for a while. But then when the family kind of sued for records, like last week or this week, new details kind of showed up that his hands and feet were bound by like some things. So, but the problem is the death certificate reports this as some kind of suicide.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can hang yourself if your hands and feet are bound.
Right.
But let me know if you can figure that out.
But please don't try that at home. Don't unalive yourself, everybody.
Yeah.
You matter.
But this is also just an issue that's possibly not just because Donald Trump became president and made these sweeping reforms. It's this particular ICE detention facility in particular, which is, I think, Moshannon.
Yep.
In 2024, the Temple University concluded that the detainees at this facility reported being physically and emotionally isolated, cited physical and psychological abuse by staff based on ethnic, racial, and religious discriminations, and medical neglect while facing these barriers to justice. And this is a really concerning one. This guy has been isolated. Gia was isolated. He was not provided a Mandarin translator. Mandarin Chinese is like the most spoken language in the world. You can just drive down to NYC. There's 600,000 of us. You can just grab anybody. They'll probably figure out how to speak it, hopefully. But this is definitely a thing where, because we have been focused so much on ICE and detention facilities, may have been a much bigger problem that we've actually been having, is how we treat immigrants.
Yes.
And
people of color in general.
Yeah. And like I also had like some people, I think it was a couple years ago, immigrate through, going up through Texas. And they're telling me about the condition of those detention facilities over there. So it's actually has not been pretty good. But just to remind everybody, this year, 15 people have died in ICE custody.
Yeah.
Yep. How often does it happen? Reported. We're not talking about the ones. So that doesn't include those that have just kind of just disappeared or just being not reported. We don't know. Compared to last year, it's still 11 deaths, which is still a lot, I think.
Yes.
But it's not even the end of the year.
That's right. I was trying to find like if there's like an average number that we should look at, but the data is kind of messed up
of course,
oh Lord,
yeah, because
of course the government agency is not going to report everything properly anyway.
No, yeah.
Well, look, like in 2020, that's like literally the year of COVID without shots.
Yeah.
Right. So then there's 2019. So I'm trying to look at, and then 2020, 21, and 21, we're still kind of really locked down. So it's like 3 deaths, 4 deaths, 5 deaths. I'm like, all right, that's kind of interesting. These also fiscal years numbers. So I don't know what's like a good amount of a good number of people dying in ICE other than 0.
Yeah, well, I mean, you always shoot for, like, okay, as somebody who has worked in custody and with inmates and offenders or clients or residents or whatever we're calling them this week, you always should shoot for 0. And like, listen, I worked in a state prison for like a decade. Some people are going to be there forever and they die of old age, or they stay there forever and they get old and they get cancer and they die of cancer. It happens. So like,
yeah, but that's not really the
no,
same.
that's not what's happening now in ICE facilities.
If you're being held in ICE custody, realistically, you shouldn't be there for more than a few weeks at most. You should be getting processed, sent back to where you came from, and that's it. You shouldn't be getting held there long enough for you to fucking die of old age.
Exactly. Or getting sick because you're malnourished and then you're developing an ailment and dying from it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be getting held long enough for that shit.
No. So, yeah.
But like
that's why Kat Abigazale is protesting at the Broadview facility, is because of that's what's happening there.
Yeah, so we should be seeing a lot more of those coming up soon. Maybe, I don't know. It's a real wild time right now in America. It's not doing too good.
Yeah,
that fucking headline is wild. Laura Loomer of all fucking people.
Yep. Speaking of which, the great prophet of the Republican Party, Laura Loomer, has stated that the Republican Party has a Nazi problem. So I wasn't really aware of this.
I did not see that coming.
That's as part of my crusade to get us at the bottom of the podcasting charts.
Yeah.
He said crusade. We're already at the bottom.
Ooh. No, that card's banned in Magic now because it's negative DEI.
Yeah, it's pretty
negative
bad.
DEI.
Negative DEI.
Well, anyways, so in this case, yep. So conspiracy theorist and Trump supporter Laura Loomer, known to have a face that I can cut my cheese wheel with.
I was gonna say, holy shit, is that a Halloween mask or is that Laura Loomer?
I know her pretty well because she has been stuck in my inbox for the last 10 years. She somehow got my email and keeps sending me photos. But because she is from the state of Florida and she spams my inbox all the time. She predicts that the Nazis in the GOP are going to cost the reps the elections for 2026 and 2028, which is interesting because I have a little book that I bring on the podcast. It's called "When Democracy Dies." I'm going to go pull it up real quick.
Oh.
I mean...
Tomato.
Yeah, sure. So, yep, How Democracy Dies.
Oh, yes.
And which I like to pull out. And actually, that is kind of how the Weimar Republic kind of fell under Nazi rule. Is they had a great enemy, and the great enemy was the communists. So we had to partner with
great enemies with the Jews.
Well, sure.
It started out with a bunch of different fucking enemies, and eventually ended with the Jews.
Well, in this case, the political party at the time had to partner with basically the growing set called the Nazis in order to try to stop the rise of communism from taking over the party, not taking over the country. So then the Nazis kind of basically, well, you know the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
No, go on. No, anyways.
But yeah, so this is an interesting way of trying to kind of reminder that we're definitely on like the losing side of history in some kind of ways.
Yeah.
The warning signs, it's been flashing bright red. I think, and we've been seeing a lot of like the rise of Nazis going on, just in all forms of media, and especially like the biggest one I can think of right now is this motherfucker. Please don't kill me, Groypers.
Oh
Nick
God,
Fuentes.
fuck this guy. Every time he opens his mouth, I'm just, oh my God, I just want to put my hand in his mouth to make him stop talking.
Yeah. Okay. So, question: did any of us knew who this guy was before this year?
I vaguely knew who he was before this year because I had heard about the thing, like, I think it was right before Trump got elected again, where he had dinner with him. I was like, oh God. And then I watch Reese Waters on YouTube, and he has like Nick Fuentes clips in there, and holy shit, they are hard to watch.
Yeah. So I think in more reasonable times, which I guess, this guy is just a fringe weirdo that's just on the internet, right? So
oh yeah, he's very racist, very misogynistic.
Oh shoot. They're showing up on stream now. No, never mind. That's just me. But yeah, so in this case here, one of the biggest, weirdest ones so far is that I think everybody who is already on the right wing side are really well acquainted, because a guy who has been kicked off of like modern TV, his name was Mr. Tucker Carlson, right?
Yeah. Yeah, these guys, these are all, look at me, I'm the master race, and then they look like this fucking guy.
Yeah, he needs to get his eyebrows.
Yeah,
his eyebrows are too waxed. He needs to let them get more bushy. But yeah, so guys like Tucker Carlson basically give this guy a platform to kind of talk about things, and kind of went soft instead of trying to address any of those little issues. Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Then
I don't think you should, like, Tucker Carlson sucks as well, let's be honest. But, like, I thought he was better than having Nick Fuentes on there, but boy.
Right. So then, our dear president defends Mr. Tucker Carlson for choosing to interview a guy like Nick Fuentes. So, which is
yeah. That's weird. And bad.
It's kind of weird. Granted, Tucker Carlson does have his like First Amendment rights or whatever to interview who he wants.
30 and 40% of Republican staffers follow fucking Fuentes. Holy shit, bro. That's
bad. That's gross.
Kind of pretty bad. So
like you said, there's such a thing as fucking free speech and all that bullshit, but at one point do you tolerate intolerance?
Yeah, man.
Until when do you tolerate that bullshit? That's
woof. That's hard to read.
Yeah, and so we see this kind of things. We had the leaks from the young Republicans, right? They're full.
Oh yeah, man.
They're full in support of Nazism.
Yeah, fellow kids.
Yeah.
Fellow kids. Yep. As Justin mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump said he didn't know much about Nick Fuentes, but the bitch, like, you went to dinner with him in 2022. Fuentes.
Yes.
Dick Fuentes.
Oh yeah. Also, right. Also, Fuentes is super anti-Semitic as well, right? Can't forget that.
Yes, he is.
And so now, what is the Heritage Foundation?
The Heritage Foundation is one of the
people responsible for Project 2025.
Correct. They're actually they're kind of like a legal think tank that's very right wing.
Conservative think tank is what they call themselves.
Yes. So you could say that they are basically the reasons why we're kind of mad at everything about Project 2025, why we have all these weird conservative judges everywhere. It kind of felt like all this shit changed at once, but the answer is no.
No, it's been going on for some time. It's been probably been going on
before Nixon. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you also look at how many people on the Supreme Court are part of the Heritage Foundation, you'll be pretty surprised.
Yeah.
They have a lot.
they're part of what's called, I think, the Federalist Society, which is like a subsect of the Heritage Foundation. They're basically people that are supported by people from the Heritage Foundation.
Yes.
Yep.
A lot of the shit with replacing the judges started back with like Bush, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this case here, I could tell you that we had 3 different like Supreme Court justices, and they were shortlisted by people like the Federalist Society and the Heritage Foundation. And so once again, this guy here, I think he's like the leader, maybe even you can say CEO, Robert P. George. He wait, no, this guy. Sorry, Kevin P. Roberts.
Yes,
Sorry,
Kevin
all
P.
these P
Roberts.
names are
Yes.
Kevin P. Roberts, CEO.
They're all full of P.
Put up a lot of P's in these people. He basically put up like a defense to Tucker Carlson, and saying there's a kind of right to do these things. Had to like take back and put up like multiple like apologies.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Turns out people don't like anti-Semitism.
Yeah, people don't like anti-Seminoles. Yeah, that's right. Yep. We're a Risotto family here.
The Florida State anti-Seminoles.
But yeah, the anti-Sem. Yeah, so that's the thing. Because supporting anti-Semites is kind of used to be really bad. I still think it's pretty bad.
Yes.
It's very fucking bad. Like,
yes.
Don't get me wrong.
I don't think that's a hot take.
No, it's not a hot take. Like, you don't have to agree with, for example, what's going on with the shit in Gaza and shit, and to be able to still support Jews otherwise. Like, you can't just
So in this case, I guess a leader, a guy on his team, this guy Robert P. George, announced his resignation because based on these statements, and also sort of a lot of other staffers in the past, several like staffers that are part of like the what is it, Semitism Task Force, which I guess is actually a really cool name for a task force, to be honest. But when you're partnering with Nazis, and supporting the Nazis, it's
that's oil and water, as they say.
You're defending that kind of rhetoric, and how anti-Semitic are you really?
Yeah, and it's crazy how like so many of these like far right Christians in this country are like, we love Israel, and then it's because of the doomsday. Like, oh yeah, we want Israel to be one nation because that means the doomsday is coming, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah. The accelerationists and people thinking that where they live right now is going to be the last generation.
Yeah,
that is nothing new.
No,
people have been wanting their own generation, the last generation, since
the dawn of time. Yes.
Yeah, not to throw too much of my fucking personal life into this, but like my mom is constantly telling me that I need to accept Jesus because the end of days is coming and I'm gonna get left behind. And I'm like, sick, I'll get to fight demons.
Hell yeah. That's why we love all this ammo.
Oh yeah, right. Hell yeah, it's like that episode of American Dad. Right alongside Lord Commander Jesus.
He's just gonna take all the hot people and leave us uggos down here.
Speaking of Lord Commanders, this was a weird one this week in the Coast Guard.
Very fucking weird one, dude.
Yeah. So I think we all heard about this one. Al, do you remember much about this? Because it's really funny.
I mean, I don't think it's funny, but like it's funny. It's funny in the sense that
I see a swastika and I just laugh.
It's a little bit concerning that it's no longer considered something that should be, I guess, considered. So in the military, we have these. When I was in, we had obviously symbols that were not necessarily banned, but like it was not something that was encouraged, allowed, or otherwise like recommended. Like if somebody walked into your fucking bedroom, for example, we had a fucking barracks inspection and somebody walked into your fucking bedroom and there was swastikas all over the place, you'd probably get fucking minimum like some sort of punishment and et cetera. You get a talking to or counseling, etc. So it wasn't something that was considered positive. With this reversing the course on policy to call these like potentially divisive, like that's kind of not necessarily encouraging the use of them or the
it's not discouraging
the presence, but it's not discouraging it.
Yeah.
So this one in this case, I'm pretty sure this is part of Pete the Hedgehog's war on woke DEI shit.
Yeah, probably.
So in this case, a draft was leaked to the Washington Post article to then no longer classify swastikas, nooses, and the Confederate flag as hate symbols. This was originally implemented to identify these things as hate symbols, and they're just prohibited and banned. This happened back in 2019. Mm-hmm. So this was floated. This was floated by acting commander Kevin E. Lunday, who was appointed but not confirmed by the Senate. So that's where we were like really freaking out.
This kind of stuff wasn't directly like completely banned by the Department of Defense, but each service had its own policy concerning these for the most part. And it was kind of taken as common sense, like it was an unspoken rule essentially. You don't fucking put this shit up. You don't fucking hang out with people who don't
go to the skinhead bar, for Christ's sake.
Exactly. Like this wasn't something that was fucking overt, but now with them reversing this shit, it's kind of it's probably going to initiate a wider trend with other services and service members doing the same
and
shit.
We all know somebody who's like, oh man, now we can go to the skinhead bar and see what that's all about. God damn it, no.
Yeah.
So the good thing is, now that there was big backlash from this leak, the Coast Guard has now reversed course.
Yeah.
And issued a new thing, putting back the old messaging kind of to prohibited symbols.
That's probably good, right?
I mean, not probably. It is really good. I don't necessarily think you want fucking skinheads and fucking Nazis and whatnot, feeling free to divulge their fucking symbols and be open about their fucking allegiances.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you were fucking born here, if you fucking immigrated here, whatever the fuck. If you subscribe to these kind of fucking like schools of thought, with that being that being the fucking Nazism, fucking the Confederate flag, I don't give a shit if you say it's a fucking what do they call it?
Heritage.
Heritage. I don't give a shit if it's your fucking heritage.
My white culture, though.
You fucking lost. That's a foreign fucking flag.
Yeah.
If you want to be fucking, you want to talk about patriotism and shit. That's literally
put up your state flag. If your state flag is lame, get a better state flag.
I mean, there's a lot of proud things to be American about, but why that?
Right.
So
fucking weird. Is that all we have for like scheduled news?
I think that's all. I mostly just put together a thing over the week. I'm like, man, there's a lot of Nazis in the news this week.
There sure are.
What the hell?
I mean, it's kind of becoming a worldwide thing.
Yeah,
it's not just here, because you have the rise of the fucking right over there, and anybody.
Yeah, the AfD and stuff in Germany and all that shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's horrible.
The fucking what is it? Is it Labour in the UK that's far right and shit?
No, I don't think it's
anti-immigrant.
I don't know if it's Labour. I don't want to.
Is it the Tories? I don't know, bro.
The Whigs, the Powders.
Whatever. Whatever.
We got like what is it? Mussolini's like granddaughter is she like president of Italy yet? Prime Minister? I know she's getting pretty big up there.
Well, I know their current prime minister, the blonde one that Trump uncomfortably shook the hand of for too long. She's pretty far right too, but.
Yep.
I mean, there's also a lot of like other like fun news.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is retiring from.
Granddaughter looks like a fucking like a fucking blow up doll.
Oh, dude, you can't say that.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has a granddaughter?
No. Mussolini.
Mussolini's.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, find a picture of that.
Yep. So once again, one of the rising stars of the Republican Party,
Mussolini's granddaughter. Wonderful.
Mussolini's granddaughter. She got them lips, man. She got them lips.
Did you oof? Okay, hang on here. Let's see if I can put this there. Yeah. Little rough.
I mean, it's Wikipedia. They don't put your best photo.
That's Wikipedia. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, all right.
Photo,
wow.
Yeah.
But still, like, I don't give a shit if it's your best photo or not. That's
Alessandra.
It's a pretty accurate photo, though. It is accurate. Here we are, just making fun of women, just like.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Well, okay, well.
No, it's okay. We don't talk.
Actually, she's
not bad looking.
Yeah, what are her politics? She is Mussolini's granddaughter, so I would imagine she's gross.
Okay. She used to be an actor and model. Okay. And then she founded the National Conservative Party back in 2004 called Social Action. Yeah, that's right.
And it would better to be a fascist than it would be to be gay. Ooh boy.
Okay, she was appointed into a political career, but she left politics temporarily in 2020 to be a reality TV star.
Man. Cool.
What a world.
It says that she's been described by conservative commentators as a socialist and a left winger.
It's because she's a woman. She's woke. She's DEI.
Apparently, she's got progressive stances, including abortion, gay rights and civil unions, artificial insemination. That's
just science.
She's in European Parliament now, so that's cool.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And then she said what you just said about better to be a fascist than it would be to be gay. What?
Yeah. Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Europe is wild.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a different culture, and they do things differently over there.
Man.
And not giving them like a justification or a positive. I'm just like, man, we really have no very little.
We let RFK Jr. be the head of anything, so like we have no room to talk.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I wonder how my best friend's doing.
That whole thing. Did you the journalist he had a weird affair with wrote a book about him, and it's fucking weird and gross. I know that happened.
Wait, what?
Okay, is that Olivia? Yes, Olivia Nuzzi. Olivia Nuzzi.
Newton-John.
She did it all for the Nuzzi. Yeah. Once linked to RFK Jr. is telling all. She was a pretty. Oh my God. Let me continue. She was a very, very vaunted journalist for a long time.
Wow.
And man, then she had an affair with RFK Jr. kind of.
Oh.
Because it was all like over text and stuff. But she wrote like a weird poem about him, and
hell yeah.
Yeah, it was gross. So anyways, that's weird and gross. I don't know.
How do we pivot from weird and gross?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me think.
Oh yeah, the one thing that I keep seeing going around that's true is Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting out of politics after the Epstein vote thing, which we should probably talk about. But she's hated by the left for like 5 years, and then she's hated by the right for 2 days, and she has to get fucking private security.
Yeah, man. The president basically ends, calling a hit out on her, basically.
Yeah.
It's real scary.
Oh yeah, he also called he also called for a bunch of Democratic senators he didn't say lynched. He said, I don't know. Anyways, a bunch of Democratic senators who were in the military or worked in the military community came out and told people to resist illegal orders.
Yeah, that's yep. A big one is definitely Alyssa Slotkin. I think that's one of them.
Yeah,
who made some calls. If you are part of an illegal whatever, don't do it. So
let's see. We can probably find that video. Oh God, this is big. Here we go. Let's try.
Yeah, it's Elissa, not Alyssa.
Lord.
Yep, there we go.
What? Oh my God! Hang on, How does this work then?
Yeah, sorry. You also got to share it to us. I think.
I sure do. Share this tab instead. Okay.
Democratic lawmakers, all of the military or intelligence community veterans, to urge current officials to
He sure
disobey
looks like a fucking
orders.
Navy captain. Good
Michigan
Lord.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin, a former CIA analyst.
Talk about Mark
posted
Kelly?
the video.
Yeah.
The lawmakers say threats to the Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
Don't forget, he was also an astronaut.
That's true.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army,
Our Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution, and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Slotkin told the New York Times that she's
See,
heard
they
from
also have to
active
worry
duty
about
troops who are
copyright, I'm
concerned
sure.
about the legality of
Yeah.
strikes on
Don't give up the ship. Hold the line. And then Trump, what did Trump say about this? Let's see. He called that seditious behavior.
Yeah, he's seditious traitors behavior that they need to be fucking basically executed for.
Oh my God. No.
Hell yeah.
You've been selected. Only $1.
Oh, what are you selected for?
Oh, I can get the Boston Globe for only $1 for 6 months. Hell yeah, get unlimited access. So I'm gonna sign up right here. Let's see, Tommy Lee at
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fine. Just send it.
birthdaycake.com. Anyways, we're the team behind EasyVoteND, NorthDakota.com, EasyVoteND.com. You should go there. I'm working on some other articles. I'm going to get these guys to write some other stuff too, hopefully soon. You should check out the law enforcement thing, especially if you're going to go to a protest, which you should definitely do, and there are a bunch of them going on all the time. I want to organize more here in Bismarck, if I'm being totally honest with you. So I'm going to get in touch with some people in Fargo and see what they have to say about helping. But you guys got anything else for the week? Perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. We're going to open some cards now. So I'm going to take this part of the stream down for about 2 seconds. And then I might take a little break. So join us here in a few moments. Thanks for joining us. This has been Crying is a Free Action. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.